Right. Good morning to everyone. So in last class we discussed about the new concept, that is nonlinear applications to operational amplifier. Okay. So in today's class we will discuss about another few more applications of nonlinear operational amplifier. So first one is a window comparator. Okay, we will see the basic concept of window comparator. We will see the working principle, and we will do the output waveform analysis. So similar to the discussion, we will discuss about zero crossing detector. We will discuss about the basic concept of zero crossing detector, and we will discuss about working principle of zero crossing detector, and we will analyze the output waveforms of zero crossing detector. So these are at the end of the session, after completing the class, so these are the learning outcomes, learning objectives we are going to see. Okay, so after the completion of this particular session, so you people are can able to analyze the, or you can discuss the operation of window comparator circuit, and you will have the capability to analyze the output waveforms with respect to different voltage pulses. Okay, and next thing, second objective is we can discuss about, or we can explain the operation of zero crossing detector. Okay, and also we can discuss the importance. Okay, zero crossing detector is nothing but an application of a comparator. We will discuss the importance also. So these are the two learning objectives where we can achieve after completing this particular session. So this is about the previous class discussion. In the previous class, we just introduced the nonlinear applications of operational amplifier. Okay, we differentiated the difference between nonlinear operational amplifiers and linear operational amplifiers. So this particular nonlinear operational amplifier, with respect to the application, is so the linearity. In the previous application of linear applications, the linearity of the circuits is provided with the help of a negative feedback. That's why the output voltage always linear with respect to input in previous discussion. But here in particular nonlinear applications, the operational amplifier is having positive feedback. Now discussion of nonlinear applications. In our discussion, today's discussion, in yesterday's discussion, we discussed about nonlinear applications. So here we will discuss about positive feedbacks, discussion of positive feedback. On most of the conditions, we will operate the op amp with the open loop configuration. So that means at the discussion of positive feedback, or at the discussion of open loop configuration, the gain used to be infinite. Open loop gain of an operational amplifier is infinite. Okay, so but practically we can't represent that infinite gain value. That's why we represent the infinite gain value with a term called maximum gain or saturation point, saturation operated saturating point. Okay, so but with respect to the negative feedback and positive feedback, what is the difference between negative feedback and open loop configuration? Means negative feedback will limit the infinite gain and it will improve the stability of the system. But here in the configuration of positive feedback or open loop gain, so here the gain value is infinite, and we will create an instant of saturation point of a gain value. Okay, maximum amount of gain can be explained with respect to nonlinear application. So various applications are there in nonlinear applications of operational amplifier. Many of the applications are like comparators, we discussed in today's discussion, and Schmitt triggers, and zero crossing detectors. We discussed about a practical comparator in previous discussion, and next we will discuss about window comparator in today's class. So coming into the nonlinear behavior of the operational amplifier here. So the nonlinear behavior of the operational amplifier can be achieved even though with the negative feedback. That means we can operate the nonlinear application with the open loop configuration. We can operate the nonlinear application with the positive feedback, and we can also operate the operational amplifier in nonlinear application with negative feedback. Okay, by using the diodes, FETs, and particular as a feedback points. Okay, so this particular discussion of nonlinear operational amplifier is started with comparator. Okay, name in the self, the term comparator in the sense it's a device which compares the input voltage of an operational amplifier with a known reference voltage. That means we are comparing our input voltage with a known reference voltage. That's why it is called as comparator. Compares the input voltage of one terminal with respect to reference voltage. Okay, so what is the condition? Means here we can produce a low output voltage with respect to output. Either we can produce a high output voltage or low output voltage, depends upon the behavior of input. Okay, that means the behavior of output can be low or high. Okay, that means if we go towards a very high saturation, high value, that is represented with respect to plus V saturation, and if we go for low saturation point, that is represented as minus V saturation. Okay, see in this particular comparator circuit which we discussed, this is a open loop configuration, or sometimes it is a positive feedback configuration. Okay, so one is we have two input terminals, one is inverting input terminal and second one is non-inverting terminal, and a plus Vs is nothing but bias terminals, and minus Vs is nothing but negative bias condition, and output voltage. Okay, so this is a open loop configuration. That's why the behavior of the gain is explained with the open loop condition, that is output voltage V0 is equal to open loop gain into V2 minus V1. So if we see the particular behavior of open loop condition here, so here the behavior of open loop gain in this particular nonlinear op-amp condition is infinite. It is infinite. So that, and in practical manner we can't define that as an infinite condition. That's why we represent that infinite condition as plus VSAT, saturation voltage value. Saturation voltage value. So that means how to represent the output voltage means output voltage V out is equal to AOL into V2 minus V1, where the open loop gain is infinite. We substitute the open loop gain as infinite. That means if we explain in a practical manner, in two conditions we can explain. That first condition is secondary voltage V2 is greater than V1. At that condition, what will happen if V2 is greater than V1? The ratio of V2 minus V1, difference between two inputs, will be positive. Okay, at that condition, the gain value will be very high. Okay, that is represented as plus Vsat. Okay, and the second condition is if V2 value is less than V1 value. If V2 value is less than V1 value, then V2 minus V1 point will be negative. At that condition, the output voltage will be negative maximum. Negative maximum, that is represented, that negative maximum is represented as low value, and that is represented as the term minus Vset. That means in practical instant, we can't get an infinite condition. Okay, that's why the infinite value or the infinite scenario is explained with respect to a particular saturation value. With respect to a saturation value. Okay, so if we analyze, this is the analyze the condition of comparator. Okay, comparator is nothing but a nonlinear application. Okay, which will calculate or which will calibrate the behavior of output voltage. Okay, by comparing the input voltage with respect to a known saturation, known reference voltage. That means here in the concept of comparator, we will compare the input voltage with respect to a known reference voltage. Okay, and the output voltage will be observed. The output voltage may be the behavior of plus Vset, or the output voltage may be the behavior of minus Vset. Okay, so in the classification of comparators, there are two types of comparators we can discuss. One is a positive voltage comparator or non-inverting comparator. Or non-inverting comparator in the sense, here the input voltage is connected to the non-inverting terminal and the reference voltage is connected to the inverting terminal or negative terminal. That's why it is called as positive voltage comparator, because the input voltage is connected to the positive terminal of the operational amplifier, that is called as non-inverting terminal. Okay, so if the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage, at that condition, okay, the output voltage will be high. Output voltage will be high. Okay, so coming to the second classification, that is non-voltage comparators. Non-voltage comparators. In this comparator, negative voltage comparators, okay, the input voltage is connected to the negative terminal of the operational amplifier, that is our inverting terminal. Okay, this negative voltage comparator is also known as inverting comparator. Okay, the input voltage is connected to the negative terminal or inverting terminal, and the reference voltage is connected to the non-inverting terminal. Okay, if the input voltage is below the reference voltage, okay, at that condition output value is called as high. Okay, if the in the positive voltage condition, input voltage is greater than reference voltage, V output is high. In negative voltage comparator or inverting comparator, the input voltage is less than reference voltage, that is that condition output voltage will be high, that is represented as high. Okay, high in the sense, here the high is represented with respect to saturation value. In practical comparators, the high is represented as saturation point value. Okay, so if we explain if we analyze the classification of comparators, which we discussed in previous classes. So this is a basic comparator circuit. Okay, the input voltage is connected to the non-inverting terminal or positive terminal. That's why it is called as positive comparator. and the reference voltage is connected to the inverting terminal or negative terminal. Okay, here the input voltage is compared with respect to the reference voltage as per the principle of comparator, which is a non-linear application. So if we analyze the operation with a waveform, okay, so yesterday some of the people said that if we are applying the input voltage as a time variant signal, and we said that that is a sinusoidal waveform. Some people are asked a query that sir, can we apply a triangle pulse or can we apply a square pulse? Okay, so time variant pulse, if I am saying the input voltage is a time varying pulse, I am taking the input voltage in my explanation as a sinusoidal voltage. You can apply a triangular pulse, or you can apply a square pulse, you can apply cosine pulse, but the input voltage should be time variant. It should vary with respect to time. Okay, my input voltage is nothing but a sine wave which varies with respect to time. It has two peaks. See the output waveform. Here it has two peaks. One is a voltage peak, positive peak, and the second one is a negative peak. Okay, and I analyzed the behavior of comparator, non-inverting comparator, with a positive reference voltage of 2 volts and also a negative voltage of minus 2 volts. Two type of reference voltage I observed. Okay, and that means first we will see the input and output waveforms of non-inverting comparator with sinusoidal waveform, that is time variant pulse, and next we will explain with the second characteristics, that is triangular pulse, or that is also time variant pulse. Okay, so in this discussion of a time variant pulse or sinusoidal pulse, so sinusoidal pulse input voltage is 0 volts, and later the applied voltage is observed at a particular V peak. Here we can see the V peak voltage, positive peak voltage, and this is the negative peak voltage, and this is a negative peak voltage, and next we will see the full waveform. So at previous discussion it is 0 volts. Okay, so if the input voltage is greater than, okay, see the theoretical analysis. Here we will say two conditions. So if the input voltage is greater than reference voltage, okay, we can see a behavior of plus Vsat. At that condition the output is high, positive high. See, so previously at this discussion, at this instant, see at this instant, I will take a pen. Previously at this instant, input voltage is less than the reference voltage. That's why we got minus Vsat condition. Okay, later at this instant, input voltage, at this second instant, input voltage is equal to reference voltage. The voltage is started building here. Okay, later the instant input voltage is greater than, from here to here, the input voltage is greater than reference voltage. That's why here we got plus Vsat. Okay, and next condition, say next condition also same, input voltage is greater than reference voltage. So from this, at this instant to at this instant, the input voltage is greater than reference voltage. That's why we got plus Vsat condition. Okay, later what happened means there is an occurrence of negative peak. The input voltage is less than the reference voltage. That's why from this instant to from this instant, here we got negative Vsat, or the output voltage is low. Negative Vsat, or the output voltage is low. That means if the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage, the output voltage is plus Vsat. At that condition, the output is high. If the input voltage is less than the reference voltage, the output voltage is low, or it is represented as minus Vsat. The same discussion is happened with the further discussion of the sinusoidal pulse. So that is the discussion if we apply the positive reference voltage. Okay, so if we apply a negative reference voltage, to the particular sinusoidal pulse or a time invariant pulse, if we apply the negative reference voltage, see here we applied a negative reference voltage of minus 2 volts, and this is our time varying sinusoidal pulse. Okay, so first condition, at this first condition of positive peak, input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. Okay, see the reference voltage is minus 2 volts and the input peak is positive. That's why the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage, and at this condition, up to this condition, we have a behavior of plus Vsat. Okay, after the condition, what happens means the input voltage drops beyond the reference voltage. That's why from this instant to this instant, the input voltage is less than the reference voltage. That's why we experienced negative Vset. That means at this condition, if the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage, the output voltage is minus Vset, input voltage is greater than the reference voltage, we got a plus Vset condition or the high condition. If the input voltage is less than the reference voltage, we got minus Vset condition or it is explained with respect to low. Okay, so that is the explanation with respect to the input two types of reference voltage. So we explained the output waveform with the positive reference voltage and negative reference voltage. So same discussion is happened with respect to the time variant signal. The same thing is happened with respect to the time variant signal. See, this is a triangular wave. Okay, I considered the positive peak of the triangular wave and I applied the reference voltage Okay, see, at this instant, from the 0th instant to this instant, the input voltage is less than the reference voltage. That's why the behavior of output voltage is low. Okay, and second instant, the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. That's why here we have plus Vset. That's why here we have plus Vset point. That's why here we have plus Vset. And again at the third instant, the input voltage is less than the reference voltage. That's why we got low output voltage. So this is the explanation of a non-inverting comparator. Okay, with respect to the two type of input signals. One is sinusoidal time variant input signal, and second one is triangular time variant input signal. So coming, this is what we discussed in yesterday's class. So coming into the next concept, what we explained, that is a inverting type comparator. In the concept of inverting type comparator, the input voltage is applied to the inverting terminal, that is called as negative terminal, and the reference voltage is applied to the non-inverting terminal. Okay, so entire this particular schematic structure is having open loop condition. There is no feedback here, open loop condition, and the gain value is infinite. Okay, that gain value is infinite, is represented with the saturation value Vset. Okay, if we analyze the operating waveforms, see, I explained the operating waveforms with respect to two reference voltage. One is positive V reference and second one is a negative V reference. Okay, so this is the sinusoidal voltage applied here. Okay, so in first condition, where the input voltage, first condition from 0 to reference voltage, the input voltage is less than 2 volts. Okay, input voltage is less than 2 volts. That's why the input voltage is less than reference volt. Here we have plus VCC. First condition, the first condition of inverting type comparator, that is input voltage is less than reference volts, the output voltage will be plus Vset. Same happened. Input voltage is 0 volts and the reference voltage is 2 volts. That's why here we have plus Vset. Later at this, from this peak to this peak, at the condition of voltage peak, the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. That's why here we have minus Vset condition. That's why the saturation point is minus Vset. Okay, same again, what the second thing is happened, the input voltage is less than the reference voltage. Here we have plus Vset. The input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. That's why we have negative Vset. Okay, same thing is happened with respect to the minus 2 volts reference voltage. If we applied minus 2 volts reference voltage, and the first condition, here we have positive peak and the input voltage is greater than reference voltage. That's why here we have minus Vset condition. Okay, and the second instant, where the input voltage is nothing but a negative peak and the input voltage is below the reference point. This dotted line is the reference point. Our input voltage sinusoidal waveform is below the reference point. That's why the input voltage is less than the reference voltage. That's why, okay, that's why here we have plus Vset condition. That means at the discussion of inverting comparator, if the input voltage is less than the reference voltage, we have input voltage is less than the reference voltage, we have plus Vsat comparison, plus V saturation voltage. If the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage, the discussion will be minus Vsat. Okay, that means the switching output waveforms, either it is a plus Vsat condition or minus Vsat condition, whatever it may be the term, either it is a sinusoidal voltage or a triangular voltage, the switching of the output voltage waveform plus VSAT to minus VSAT, or vice versa. That means plus VSAT to minus VSAT, or minus VSAT to plus VSAT. It's happened when the input voltage crosses the reference voltage. Okay, so from this analysis we can say that the circuit is operated in an open loop condition. We have an output of a plus VSAT, plus or minus minus VSAT. Okay, same thing is happened with respect to the triangular voltage condition, triangular input voltage. If the triangular time variant input voltage is applied with respect to the reference pulse, see first instant where the input voltage input voltage triangle is less than the reference voltage, that's why here we have plus V saturation. And second instant the input voltage is greater than reference voltage, that's why here we have low, minus V sat condition. Okay, and third instant input voltage is less than the reference voltage, that's why we have plus V sat. Okay, so two type of things is happened here. So two type of things happened here. We analyzed the behavior of inverting comparator with respect to the input sinusoidal pulse and as well as triangular pulse. Okay, next we discussed about practical comparator. Okay, practical comparator. Previously we discussed about two type of comparators. One is non-inverting comparator and inverting comparator. Non-inverting comparator, the input voltage is connected to the non-inverting terminal and the inverting terminal is connected to reference voltage. In inverting type comparator, the input voltage is connected to the inverting terminal to inverting terminal, and the non-inverting terminal is connected to the reference voltage. So similarly, at this discussion of a practical comparator, see practical comparator. What is this? What type of comparator is this? Just anyone just respond in the chat box. What type of practical comparator is this? We already discussed in this previous segment, right? Somebody responded. So this is a positive terminal connected. This is a positive comparator. Positive comparator in the sense it is a non-inverting comparator. Right, correct. It is a non-inverting comparator where the input voltage is connected to the non-inverting terminal and the reference voltage is connected to the reference terminal. Okay, so if we analyze the particular operation, okay, the input voltage is connected with respect to the non-inverting terminal and diodes D1 and D2 are connected parallel to the input terminals. These two diodes are nothing but protecting diodes or clamp diodes. Okay, and the reference pulse is taken from the biasing terminals internally. Otherwise we can connect an external supply to the reference voltage. Okay, so with the help of this particular potential divider connection, we can connect the input voltage. So if these two diodes, what happens is, if there is any excess amount of input current coming through this particular two diodes, what actually happens at this particular condition, what will happen is this particular operational amplifier will forward bias one of the diodes at the condition of excess amount of input currents passing through the input terminals. One of the diode is forward biased. Okay, and that condition of forward biasing is called as clamping. Okay, and one of the diode is forward biased and only a range of operating voltage plus 0.7 volts to minus 0.7 volts will be experienced with respect to this particular operational amplifier. Okay, that's why these protecting diodes is also called as clamp diodes. That means the operational amplifier will clamp the diode into a forward condition and it will take only a range of plus 0.7 volts to minus 0.7 volts, which is the actual operating voltage. Okay, this is the practical comparator circuit. So if we are coming to the today's discussion, that is window comparator. Okay, in the previous discussions we have only the operation of a single reference voltage which is connected to a single reference voltage which is connected to the input terminals of the operational amplifier. Okay, a single input is compared with respect to a single reference voltage. But in the discussion of this particular window comparator, what actually happens, we see in the discussion of window comparator circuit construction. See here we have two operational amplifiers. So the window comparator is basically an inverting type comparator and as well as a non-inverting type comparator. That means altogether it is a single comparator stage. That means A1 and A2 are connected to operate in a single comparator stage. That means this window comparator detects the input voltage within a particular specific range of bandwidths. Okay, that is called as window of voltages. This particular single stage comparator, it will detect the input voltages that are at a particular specific range. Okay, instead of indicating whether the voltage is greater or lesser at a particular value, that means instead of indicating a voltage is greater than a reference voltage or less than a reference voltage, at this condition what we are doing means we are using two reference voltages. We are using two reference voltages are implemented in the particular pair of voltage comparators. We are employing two reference voltages. Okay, so one will trigger the operation of the comparator at upper threshold voltage or upper saturated voltage, as plus we said, and second will trigger the operational amplifier with the particular minus V set condition of the operational voltage. That means here, see the construction here, it is not a single comparator circuit. So here we have two operational amplifiers which are applied as a comparators. Okay, see the input voltage. The input voltage is nothing but a time variant signal. That is nothing but a triangular pulse. That is a triangular pulse, right? The input voltage is a triangular pulse. And see the reference, the input voltage is connected to the inverting terminal of A1. Okay, and next the input voltage is again bypassed through the non-inverting terminal of A1. That means here we are using the combination of inverting comparators and non-inverting comparators. Both of them. We are using an inverting comparator and non-inverting comparator. So how we applied the reference voltage? The reference voltage is taken from the input internal supply of biasing voltage plus VCC. Okay, we have taken the reference voltage from the plus VCC. See here, there is a potential divider circuit, that is this is R, this is R1, R2, R3. These three resistances are having same ratings. That's why it is represented as capital R. Okay, with respect to the ground terminal to this terminal, this the resistance is having a voltage magnitude of 1/3 VCC, and this particular terminal of second resistance, we are having the voltage of 2/3 VCC. And if we take this reference point to the ground, here we have 3/3 VCC. 3/3 VCC in the sense here we have full rate of biasing voltages as a reference voltage. That means at the reference point we are applying 2/3 bias voltage at each point. Here at this A1 point, here we have 2/3 VCC, and here we have 1/3 VCC of biased voltage. That means each rheostat or each resistance is handling 1/3 of biased voltage as a reference voltage. So at this particular point of A1, the reference voltage is connected to the inverting terminal. Reference voltage is connected to the non-inverting terminal, and this point of A2, the reference voltage is connected to the inverting terminal. Okay, output of A1 is observed with respect to output, and the output of A2 is connected with respect to a load terminal. Okay, this is about the circuit construction. So just if you have any doubts up to the discussion, just post your doubt in the chat box. We will discuss the doubt at the end of the session. Okay, so by analyzing the window comparator, so we are saying that a window comparator is a single stage comparator with an inbuilt operation of an inverting comparator and non-inverting comparator. We are operating the single stage comparator with respect to an inverting comparator and non-inverting comparator. Okay, so previously we compared single input voltage with respect to single reference voltage, but here what we are doing is we are comparing two input voltages with the two new reference voltages. So what will be the condition means these are the two specific conditions we have here. Okay, see two conditions. One is if the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. Okay, input voltage is greater than the reference voltage of high. That means upper threshold value. High in the sense upper threshold, low in the sense lower threshold value. Okay, voltage at higher threshold is represented with respect to V reference high. Voltage at lower threshold value is represented with V reference low. Okay, so if the condition V input voltage is greater than reference voltage high, okay, it will produce a saturation value, high value. Similarly, if the V input voltage is less than the lower threshold voltage, it will also produce high value. That means if these two conditions if these two conditions are happened, means at that condition only the output voltage is true. This is like our mathematical algebraic mathematical truth table. If both the conditions are true, means at that condition only the output will be true. Okay, at that condition only the output will be true. If one of the condition is false, means if the one of the condition is low, means at that condition the output is not high. Okay, so see how that happens. See, so if the both conditions, if the input voltage is greater than upper threshold voltage, the output is high, and the input voltage is less than the reference voltage or lower threshold voltage, the output is also high. That means if these two conditions are happened, the output voltage, a saturation output voltage will be produced. If any of the condition is not happened, if any of the condition is low, or if any of the condition false, okay, the output doesn't happen. Okay, let us see the analysis of the operation. See, at the first condition, this is the input voltage. I will annotate on the screen, just follow. If you have any doubt, just post in the chat box. At the first condition, see here at the first condition, the input voltage, see this is the triangular wave, this input voltage is less than 1/3 VCC. Input voltage is less than 1/3 VCC, and the input voltage is less than 2/3 VCC. Okay, so the second condition is correct. The input voltage is less than the lower threshold value. 1/3 VCC is the lower threshold value, and 2/3 VCC is the upper threshold value. Okay, that is lower threshold value is represented with respect to V reference lower, and upper threshold value is represented with respect to 2/3 VCC. Okay, so one of the condition is true. That means input voltage is less than lower threshold value. This condition is true. Okay, but what happens? The second condition is not true. Input voltage is not greater than the reference voltage. That's why the output value is low. That's why the output value is low. So at the second condition, at the behavior of second condition, see at the second instant, this is the first instant, and at the behavior of second instant, this is the second instant. At the second instant, what happened? The input voltage is less than the reference value. Okay, the input voltage is less than the reference value, and again the input voltage is greater than upper value. Okay, the input voltage is less than the reference value, the input voltage is greater than the reference value. Only at that condition, here we will see a window type output voltage. This is called as our output saturation. Okay, that means at both the conditions are true. Only at the conditions, at this instant both the conditions are true. That's why we observed an output saturation value or window type of output voltage. That means both the conditions. Okay, the input voltage is greater than this input voltage occurred between two ranges. Okay, the input voltage occurred between the range of lower threshold value and upper threshold value. That's why there is an occurrence of window. Okay, again at the third instant, what happened at the third instant? See, at the third instant value, see what happened at the third instant value. At the third instant value, at this particular voltage peak, okay, the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. Input voltage is greater than upper threshold value, but the input voltage is again greater than one lower threshold value. That's why the output is low. Okay, one of the condition is satisfied, but the second condition is failed. That's why the output is low. So same at this particular, again at the fourth instant value, at this fourth instant value, the input voltage is greater than lower reference value, and the input voltage is less than the reference value of higher reference value. That's why there is a window here. Okay, the condition satisfied at this particular range. The input voltage is greater than reference voltage, and the input voltage is less than the reference voltage. Okay, the input voltage is greater than upper threshold value and the input voltage is less than lower threshold value. That's why the condition is satisfied here. That's why the condition is satisfied here. And again here we have window, and again at the last instant the input voltage is less than lower threshold value, but again the input voltage is less than upper threshold value. That's why again the output voltage is low. That means here what actually happens means at this instant, so at this instant the comparator compares the input voltage with one of the upper threshold value. Okay, comparator compares the input voltage with one of the upper threshold value, and another comparator compares the input voltage with lower threshold value. Okay, at that instant only we will get a condition of window. That means if the input voltage is greater than upper threshold value and the input voltage is less than the lower threshold value, if both the conditions are happened, that if the both conditions are high or if the both conditions are true, at that condition only a window type condition of output saturation voltage exists. Okay, that is about window comparator. Okay, so this is the theoretical analysis which we studied from the output waveform, which we analyzed output waveform and represented in the particular points. Okay, so three resistances R1, R2, R3 are represented with the capital R, same rating resistance. Okay, so voltage drop is exercised with respect to 1/4 at each resistance. At first resistance we have 1/3, and second resistance we have 2/3, and third resistance we have full length of reference voltage, that is represented here. Okay, so that means if the input voltage exceeded with respect to the 1/3 of output voltage, okay, then the output is high. That means the output is high means here we have same value. So this is analysis with respect to window comparator. So coming into the next discussion, next concept, that is zero detector. This is an exact application of comparator. This is one of the application of comparators. Zero detectors, window comparators, and Smith triggers. These are all applications of comparators. So in the concept of zero detector, see, zero detector is useful. Is one of the useful applications of comparator. Here at this instant we can track the behavior of sine voltage. Here we can track the behavior of sinusoidal voltage. That means at the particular crossing point of zero, what is the behavior of comparator, that we can analyze. That means the main application of the comparator here at this condition, so here the comparator, what will do means, when the input voltage crosses the zero magnitude, the zero crossing detector will produce a particular output voltage. That is the principle of zero crossing detector. That means whenever the input voltage crosses the zeroth magnitude of the sinusoidal waveform, okay, whenever the input voltage crosses the zeroth magnitude of sinusoidal waveform, the zero crossing detector will produce a particular output alternating voltage. That means zero crossing detector produces alternative voltage of positive peaks and then alternative voltages of negative peaks at the time of sinusoidal voltage crossing its particular zeroth instant. Crossing it at this particular zeroth instant. So if we see this particular circuit construction, see the particular circuit construction. So this is nothing but input voltage is connected to the negative terminal and the reference voltage is connected to the non-inverting terminal. Okay, and this is nothing but an inverting comparator. So R1 is the input resistance of the inverting terminal, and Ri is nothing but reference resistance point. Okay, so here see the reference voltage is zero. That means if here we are applying 0 volts as a reference voltage. That's why it is zero crossing detector. Behavior of the comparator in crossing a particular zero voltage peak. Okay, so the reference voltage applied is 0 volts, and output load resistance is grounded here. Output load resistance is grounded here, and output voltage is observed at this particular point. Okay, these two terminals are biased terminals, and this is a open loop configuration. Open loop configuration, and this is a comparator circuit. We don't have any closed loop feedback points here. So if this is an inverting comparator, and this is an inverting comparator circuit, see here we have if this is an inverting comparator circuit, it has to follow two principles. That means if the input voltage is less than reference voltage, okay, input voltage is less than reference voltage, the output voltage will be low, that is represented as minus Vsat. Okay, second point is the input voltage is greater than reference voltage, the output voltage is represented with respect to plus Vsat. That is represented with respect to plus Vsat. Okay, that means input voltage is less than the reference voltage, output voltage is minus Vsat. If the input voltage is greater than reference voltage, the output voltage is plus Vsat. So if we see the output waveform analysis, if we see the output waveform analysis at this condition, okay, the input voltage is sinusoidal voltage. The input voltage is a sinusoidal voltage, and the reference voltage is nothing but 0 voltage, and that means this particular line, this is the particular this is the particular reference voltage. The reference voltage is 0. Okay, first condition, see the positive peak, V peak is positive, that means the input voltage is greater than, okay, the input voltage, so the input voltage, the reference voltage is 0, the reference voltage is 0, that means the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. Okay, at that condition output voltage is very, very high. One second. So from the output voltage analysis, if the input voltage is greater than V reference, the output voltage will be minus Vsat. See the reference voltage is 0 volts. Okay, here the reference voltage is 0 volts, and that reference voltage, input voltage is greater than input. This is the reference voltage. The reference voltage is 0 volts. The input voltage at this instant, first instant, at this first instant, that is V peak, the input voltage is greater than the reference voltage. That's why here we have minus Vsat. Okay, at the second instant, here we have minus. This is the first instant, and this is the second instant. At this second instant, the input voltage, at the second instant, the input voltage is less than the reference voltage. Okay, the reference voltage is 0 volts, and the input voltage is negative peak. The input voltage is less than the reference voltage. That's why here we have a positive Vsat. Okay, so similarly at the third instant, again the input voltage is greater than, the reference voltage. Here we have negative peak. Okay, at the fourth instant, again the input voltage is less than the reference voltage. Again you have positive Vsat. Okay, that means what we are saying is at a particular zero crossing detector instant, at this particular zero crossing detector, so the zero crossing detector produces a positive and negative peaks at the time of crossing 0 at every instant. That means the output magnitudes are changing. See here the output magnitudes are changing at every instant of crossing 0. At every instant of crossing 0, the output magnitudes are changing. It will produces an alternating positive peak and negative peak. That's why it is called as zero crossing detector. That means the zero crossing detector will produce an alternating peaks of output at the time of crossing the zero magnitude as input voltages. Okay, so this type of this zero crossing detector is also called as a square wave generator. This zero crossing detector is also called as square wave generator. There is various applications of zero crossing detectors, like time mark generator, phase meter, frequency counter, or various applications are there with respect to this particular frequency counter. That means at the zero crossing detector, at each and every point of zero crossing, the zero crossing detector is producing a particular square wave type structure. Okay, so this is the working analysis of This is the working analysis of zero crossing detector we observed from the output voltage. So this zero crossing detector is nothing but non-inverting terminal. Op amp is connected with respect to the ground, and the input terminal is connected with respect to inverting terminal. Okay, this is an inverting type comparator, or inverting type comparator, or negative comparator. Negative comparator. So here we used an IC741 integrated circuit as an operational amplifier. So that means at the positive half cycle, the input voltage of the non-inverting end is less than the inverting end. That's why the output is negative saturation. Okay, at negative voltage term, the voltage at the reference voltage is the voltage at negative point. That means the reference voltage is greater than the input voltage. That's why we are having positive saturation. That means it is a vice versa condition. Okay, from the negative to positive sine wave, or from positive to negative sine wave. That means the zero crossing detector will detect the waveform whenever it is crossing from the positive peak to negative peak, or it is crossing towards the zeroth condition. Okay, this type of output waveform is mostly observed in the applications of a square wave generator, okay, frequency counters and all, right.